Greetings and welcome to a new narration done by Dr. Torment. The following story may or may not prove rather sensitive to some listeners. Discretion is advised, and consider this your one and only warning. Now, with that out of the way, let us proceed.
Staring blankly forward in my second period English class, I caught a whiff of an unmistakable smell, ever so faint, but undeniably present. The smell of death. At least, that's what I call it. For over a year now, whenever someone's about to kick the bucket, I can smell it in the air. It started with the air getting thick and soupy. Then comes the smell, sweet and tangy like fermenting fruit. The closer I am to the deceased, and the closer they are to dying, the stronger and more putrid the smell is. Maybe it's some kind of psychic premonition. Some people see visions. I literally smell the future. Who knows how things like this work? The first time I smelled death, I was in the hospice with my 91-year-old grandmother. My parents stepped out of the room to discuss options with the doctor and left me all alone by her bedside.
Herbert, is that you?
She looked up at me, thinking I was her late husband.
I'm afraid,
she said, and that's when the smell hit me. I had to run over to a garbage can and start dry heaving. At first I thought maybe she just soiled herself, but then the machines all around her started going haywire. The doctor rushed in and told us we had to leave the room. She was dead in less than 3 minutes. Since then, the smell has always been around me, but usually it's more imperceptible. Every now and then, though, the smell gets so strong I practically blow chunks, and I always learn that someone nearby passed away. Once it was a car accident I saw about a block away. I could smell it from all the way down the road. One of the drivers wasn't wearing a seatbelt and smashed in their heads on the steering wheel. The only question on my mind was, why am I smelling this now? Before I could even begin to consider the smell, it ramped up times 100, causing me to gag and puke a little in my mouth. Death never smelled like this before. It was suffocating. Normally I could tell where the smell was coming from, but not this time. It was all around me. I had to leave the room. I got up and rushed out of the classroom, heading to the closest bathroom to hurl and rinse out my mouth. As soon as I got to the toilet and started hurling, I heard the bangs, followed by screams. The smell was so bad I could barely think. What the hell is going on? There were more bangs and a huge commotion, the sound of many people running as fast as they could. I wasn't sure if I should run or hide in the bathroom, and that's when I heard the bathroom door slam open. That's when I realized why the smell followed me into the bathroom. That's when I knew that the stink of death was coming from me.
And so we've come to the end of our session. I would like to take a moment here to thank all you listeners who have joined us in this session. I would also like to go ahead and invite everyone attending to go ahead and check the link found in the description below. It is the source of this particular story and the original creator, so do give them a special thanks and do let them know who it was that sent you their way. Your support means a lot, and I cannot stress this enough, so please consider liking, commenting, and even subscribing to the channel. Then lastly, for those who are willing, consider having a look at our Patreon page and keep up to date with our latest narrations and some other opportunities. This was Dr. Torment bidding you adieu, and remember, don't fall asleep ever.